Crosstrainer. It's, I always say to my clients, it's just like walking on a cloud. You're not really doing that much. Right. Yes, you can crank the resistance up, but if you're looking at the total movement, all you're doing is kind of moving your feet a little bit forward and back and moving your arms. It's not really that effective. We've talked in the past about functional movements, doing things that replicate what we do in real life, and we need to get all the joints and all the muscles moving at kind of maximum mobility.
Yeah, you look a bit like one of those alpine skiers on the Crosstrainer, don't you? It's that kind of thing.
And you see the people in the gym, and I don't want to judge too much, but most of the time they're able to be on their mobile phone, reading a paper on there. It's just not really effective. So my alternative suggestion to that is get on the treadmill. So if you think about your arms and legs moving, what we would naturally do, we would run away from things or we would run after stuff. So really get the joints moving. I mean, look at this movement here. You know, the joints are moving at the knees, the hips, the shoulders. Your core is engaged because you're having to stand upright. You can't relax. And it's a great movement. So, and then we talked about high intensity and metabolic training. You can really get the heart rate up and get that metabolism burning throughout the day if you do it in sprint training.
So that HIIT training, sprint training, that's where you'll do, say, a minute at one speed and you'll drop it down slightly and go back.
So intervals. I mean, you can make it up as you go along. You can sprint for 20 seconds and walk for 1 minute, but as long as you're getting a little bit of different heart rate zones and mixing it up and getting that metabolic training going.
Okay, let's talk bikes next, because obviously lots of people like to get on the bikes in the gym as well as a way to kind of burn. We've talked loads about spinning, and that's something. But let's look at this first picture of this bike. This is a recumbent bike.
Yeah, this is the one, again, another one that I disagree with. Again, like you're seated, you're kind of relaxed, you can get a newspaper up on that monitor, then you're just kind of moving your legs at a minimum mobility angle. And it's not really that high intensity, you kind of relax. And it's, if you look at the people that get on the Crosstrainer and the recumbent bike in the gym, the physiques are not really where we want to be. You want to have a look at the people on the treadmill and on the what we're about to discuss in the next section, the new bike out at the moment. It's been around since 2008, developed for the Olympic bike guys, because they wanted to get on a bike in the training setting that felt like an actual bike on the road or on the track, and it's called the Watt bike.
Here it is.
If you look here, it basically mimics what a bike feels like, and you really have to go pedal to the metal, as it were, and really get that heart rate up, and it's all about your power output. It also tells you how you're pedaling, your technique is, and where your weaknesses are. So if you think about the whole rotation, it tells you where the power is throughout the whole rotation of the leg, and you can work on your technique. Yeah,
it also looks a little bit more like you would expect somebody who was on a bike to look like, rather than that laid back in your armchair.
Chilled out, you don't really have to engage your core, you don't really have to worry about your posture and just move the legs, whereas the Watt bike, you're really going at it.
Okay, finally then, step machines and step classes. What are these?
Yeah, so I had a look at some home stuff here, and these are the things you get sold on infomercials. Like, this is the home stepper. I mean, look how much this leg movement, there's hardly anything at all. You're getting a little bit of quad, a tiny bit of bum there. Yes, you'll get a sweat on and you'll burn calories, but look, there's absolutely no movement there whatsoever. So what I've suggested as an alternative, a great thing, is to just get a really decent home DVD workout. And I've suggested Insanity, because these guys really they go for it. Again, they mix in that high intensity interval training. So there's things like burpees, squats, jumps, press-ups, really using your body in its maximum potential to really get a good workout. I mean, if you look at these guys here, they are really going for it.
They're broken by the end of it,
yeah,
aren't
well, they flip the interval training up on its head. I think it's about 3 minutes high intensity work and a minute off. Can you imagine working for 30 minutes like that? You'll be absolutely destroyed. A great workout.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Niko.
Tired watching.
Just exhausted looking at that one. Thank you for keeping us up to speed on things like that. Niko Algieri there. We'll obviously have Niko back next Monday.